Welcome to episode 356 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
Good morning. Producer Gerald is back after a 3-week stint of being gone.
Hello, Producer Gerald. Welcome back.
He's got Mario up. Now, when I said, as always, I kind of just mumbled that all together.
Yeah?
I mouth mushed it.
It's true. You always do.
Worse than normal, though, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I can confirm that.
Yeah, if you go back and give that a listen, I think that's worse than normal.
Gerald's got a little bit of a breakfast club going on there. Nice.
Miss you guys. He's been missing us. We're missable, though, so I get that.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Arnold. I'm back, it says. He's got Keanu.
Oh, little John Wick. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
You working again, John?
You know,
What did I miss?
everybody's been asking me if I'm back. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm back.
That movie's so good.
It
All
is.
of those movies.
The first one's the best.
Always is.
I have some issues with 2 and 3 because I feel like the first movie should have been a self-contained story. 2 and 3 kind of get into the world building of the John Wick world and such, but there's a real reason for the first John Wick to occur,
Right.
which is what I like about it. It's not just like building that world and introducing more characters and ending up in the desert to find the king of the assassins or whatever. The first one is just such a simple story. You killed my dog, which was my last vestige of hope, so now I will execute every last motherfucking one of you.
Spoiler alert.
That's my kind of story. It's 5 years old, dude. It's fine.
Jonathan Wick. Some people hadn't seen it yet, hadn't had a chance.
That's their fault. They deserve to have it spoiled then.
The world's a busy place. Not everybody can just rush out and see things the first 5 years that they're out.
I disagree with that sentiment, by the way.
It takes a little time. I watched I think it's the second Fantastic Beast last night.
Oh, did you?
And I saw the other one like 13 years ago, I feel like.
The first Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, I had no context to what was going on.
I haven't seen any of them.
Super confused all the way through, so I just stopped paying attention and cut it off. So I could see how it could take 5 years for somebody to watch a movie. It's the whole point. Because I'm pretty much that guy. But I've seen John Wick.
Right.
But I'm sympathetic to the people who didn't get a chance to, who now know the entire plot.
I'm not.
Of the first movie.
You do know the entire plot, but there's a lot of filler there.
Death.
There's a lot of death there, yeah. It's good death.
It is good death.
Is the man you sent to kill the Pokemon.
This is the John Wick cast. Wick cast.
That's right.
I was listening to a podcast I don't normally listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, he said, we'll cast you next week. Like he was using it in place of catch. And I didn't like that at all.
Is it a pun?
I guess. I didn't like it at all. Maybe
it's supposed to be a pun?
I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I didn't care for it. I mean, it's their show. They could do whatever they want. I didn't think that was a good stand-in. I didn't think it was catchy.
Right.
Just didn't care for it.
Okay. I'll
cast you next week. Or we'll cast you next week or something like that.
Cast you next week? Yeah. No, yeah. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
It's
heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's very it's not very subtle. It's very over the head.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting you over the head with a statement. It's almost like that. Like they tried too hard for that. Is what it is. The impression it gives off that they.
I mean, it could have just been a throwaway comment. I don't know that they close the show out like that every week because I don't listen. But
right,
I didn't like it.
No, I'm not a fan of it either. I would be a little put off by that.
Yeah, like the first episode. I mean, that's a trial run to see if I'm going to keep listening.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, how was the rest of it?
I don't even know because I'm so distracted by that cheesy clothesline.
Really? Wow.
We'll cast you next week, fam.
That's yeah. It just goes to show how important it is to be spot on the things on the puns you make and the jokes you make, because one bad joke, man, it'll ruin shit.
Yeah. One bad joke. Luckily, we've never had one. We've never had a bad joke, so it's been fine.
I would say we've never had just one.
Now, you've said that the fam is not a thing people say, but look at all these memes that Gerald's pulled up.
Apparently, it is a thing people still say.
What up, fam squad? That's what the very first one said.
Okay, boomer is the new one. Of course, I'm sure you've heard about that.
Yep, hashtag boomer.
Yep, that actually picked up traction because of a radio host here in my hometown. So,
yeah, I see it on the TikTok. Hashtag boomer. I pretty much hate hashtags, too.
You're over hashtags?
I hate that we identify things with a hashtag.
Pound
you can't
sign?
just be like, today was the worst day ever. You have to be like, today was the worst day ever. Hashtag eat my ass. To let people know how you're feeling.
But can't you just say, eat my ass? Do you need the hashtag?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Right. Yeah. You should be able to just say that without having a hashtag.
Yeah, the hashtag is just like a special notation to that statement, I suppose.
It's like so if you want to see all the things that are hashtag eat my ass, you can just click on it and see everybody who's having an eat my ass moment.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I do understand your issue with it. But I guess I'm
You're pro hashtag.
I'm Switzerland on it. I'm neutral. I don't have an opinion either way.
You think that Switzerland hates that comment? I hate that saying.
It could. I don't think so. But I think they take it as a point of pride because they like being neutral and everything. They don't take sides. They're like the hotel in John Wick. See, bringing it right back around.
That doesn't make sense to anybody that hasn't seen John Wick, though.
What's that name? The International? Isn't that the name of the hotel?
I don't know.
Producer Gerald, what's the name of the hotel in John Wick? I'm pretty sure it's the International.
He just keeps showing off DMX's
Continental.
Reminds me of Breakfast. Or Lincoln's.
I was close.
Have you seen the new Lincoln Continentals?
I have not.
I like them. Can we get a picture of the Lincoln Continental 2019? Man, it's good to have you back, Gerald.
Lincoln Continental.
I think you're going to like it. I like it's classy. Yeah, 2020 probably.
Pretty,
I think they look. I don't think they've changed it.
Huh.
Look at that. Click on that second picture. You don't think that's got a good look to it?
I think it's plain.
That's classy.
I think it's a little plain. It's not for me.
The suicide door?
I mean, the suicide door on the back is cool, but it's not. No, it's.
It's got John Wick back.
Yeah.
Now DMX. Is that DMX again?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think
like...
I'm. I mean, it's all right, but it's actually a very plain looking car to me.
Yeah, I like it in all black with the limo tint and the peanut butter guts, as the kids say.
Ah.
You know what I'm talking about. That tan interior.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Just want to bring about.
I don't think the kids say peanut butter guts, but
they for sure do.
I think that's more of a Ryan says.
If you search peanut butter guts, what do you think?
Yes. Oh no.
What do you think will pop up? You don't think it'll be a car thing?
Oh, this is going to be so bad.
I think if he searches peanut. Yeah, look how good that back seat looks. It's got a fucking console.
I understand. I just think the car looks plain.
Gerald, then that's all that matters. There's two. You can be Switzerland on the Lincoln. Can you search for peanut butter guts? I want to see if I think it's going to pull up cars.
I'm thinking, peanut butter.
What do you think it's going to pull up before he hits search? Up too late. Look, it's nothing but cars.
Oh yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yeah, I'm up with the kid slang.
I don't know if that's a kid's thing.
Yeah, no, it is.
Daddy's
peanut
Lambo lyrics.
Yeah, peanut butter guts and Lamborghini. Is that a song?
Yellow Wolf. That's
Yellow
why.
Wolf. He's millennial. Gerald says, "Who's Daddy? Is that him?"
Daddy's Lambo is the name of the song.
Yeah, but who's Daddy in that context? Is it Yellow Wolf? Yellow Wolf reminds me of Yellowwood. A little bit. The lumber.
Yep.
Lumber. Yellow Wolf. Who's this?
Well, who's that?
Oh, he's not what I was expecting.
No.
He's got a fedora on. He's a millennial-ass millennial. Look at that, man. He mustache and everything.
He's like a hipster.
Yeah, when you said millennial, I wasn't expecting full-blown millennial. Get this guy out of here. Get him out of my face.
You've had enough, huh?
Get him out. He's banned from the show. Get him out of here.
This guy out of my face. Get out of my face.
You ever want to have enough power where you could be like, get this guy out of my face, and just someone else takes care of it for you?
No.
Don't hurt at Yellow Wolf's feelings. He might not have friends. We're not a toxic show.
It's good to know that you're not a fan of Yellow Wolf's looks, though.
You guys show him some love on his platform of choice.
Yes.
Oh,
man. Good old Yellow Wolf.
Trying to officially ban him from the show on Twitter.
Oh, no. Oh, no,
the good
Ryan,
news I will say,
do?
Well, here's what I'll say, though. He sent out 1 million of these to, like, superstars like Mark Wahlberg and people like that. This is the best chance that the person actually reads it.
That's true, but it's not a good one.
Right. He'll make it positive. He'll find a way.
You think so? He's a
around.
millennial.
Yeah.
He's going to whine.
No, I mean, Gerald will make it positive. He's going to whine either way. You could be like, you're great, and he'll be like, let me decide what I am.
Did you just assume my personality?
Right. Why I got to be great? Peanut butter guts, you know what I'm saying?
Aren't you a millennial?
Yes, that is correct. On the timeline, I am. At heart, I'm not.
At heart, you're what?
I don't identify as a millennial. I'm nothing. I don't like labels, bro.
Oh.
Okay. Is that the most millennial thing you could say?
No, that is the most millennial thing you can say right there.
Stop putting me in a box.
Yep.
You think our demographic is mostly millennial?
I would say so, probably. Yeah, either millennial or Gen Z.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to you guys don't even know this is about to happen. So, hold on, just fill the time. I got to find this email.
Okay, you got an email to find?
Yeah, you don't even know about it.
I'm going to fill the time when Gerald's going to be... I don't even know about it.
Nope. This is a surprise to you and to Gerald.
Are you keeping secrets from your business partner over here? This is how the band breaks up, bro.
Listen, I want it to be a surprise. People like surprises.
Just so you know. I don't like surprises.
People like surprises.
I'm just saying. I'm about to go full John Lennon on your ass.
No, you don't get shot. Don't do that.
No, I didn't mean get shot. The Beatles broke up first.
He's so...
I'm about to go Liam Gallagher on your ass.
I don't even know who that is. Who is
Oasis.
That? Oh. I'm a millennial. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got an email after last week's show, after it went live.
Okay.
From Mark. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know if he wants his business spread on the interweb.
Yeah. Okay.
But he sent me the NATO phonetic alphabet.
Ah, yes.
Which is easy to grab on the internet, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
A couple other people sent it to me, too. A couple people who don't like creativity, I think.
Just like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf. Yeah.
And so I told him I appreciated the list, which I do. And then I asked a couple questions. How long you been listening, and how'd you hear about us? It turns out he's been listening for a super long time.
Really? Thank you, Mark.
He's the strong silent type. And I'll send you guys the rest of the email because it's a little bit personal.
Okay.
But I wanted to give a shout out to Mark. He didn't ask for one, and he may not even want one, but I wanted to give one to Mark.
Because he gave you the phonetic alphabet.
Just for sticking around. You know, just for being a part of things.
Part of the
I like
fan.
to hear from people.
Part of the fan.
Yeah, I want people to know they could write in, and if you just don't want us to read it on the show, you could just say don't read it on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't share everything. Although I did just share that without his permission.
Yeah, you did. But
maybe that's not a good.
It's a thing you do.
Maybe that's not. Good.
You only shared his first name and that he let you know about the phonetic alphabet. So it's
there's not just one Mark out there.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's a lot of Marks out there, and yeah, that's good though.
I know a couple Marks.
So do I.
It could be any of them. I'm going to forward this to you this makes good listening. I'm going to forward this to you guys.
All right. So how many emails do you get that we don't ever know about?
I mean, that's the only one that I haven't told you about.
Uh-huh. Well, now I got to take your word for it, don't I?
Yeah. This show's about trust.
Uh-huh.
It's about trust falls.
Last show ever.
I don't know what's going on. It's telling me I can't send it to you. Dan, it says you're not valid.
I promise I'm valid.
Gonna need some sort of verification for the Gmail, apparently. The Goog. The Google. Alphabet.
Are you sure you have it spelled right?
Yeah, I got it sent. Man, look, he's got Rhett pulled up from Rhett and Link. Shout out to Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like people. I like to find out people are listening, and I like hearing from folks.
Yes, we both do.
Mm-hmm.
We both do.
Yeah,
we like hear. What's that?
Yes, send it to me. I'll decide what Dan sees.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to control the message.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what you have to do. You have to control the message. Much like all these game devs and publishers.
Mm-hmm.
You only get to hear what they want you to hear.
That's true. You do. Thank you for that, for putting me in the dark. I feel like I matter to this podcast, so that's good.
I mean, if you'll look, you'll see that's only a couple days old. News takes a little while to get, processed.
Oh.
Have to sort out because what you don't want is for me to send you all the penis enlargement emails I get.
No, you're right. I don't. You could send me the ones related to this show, though. That'd be okay.
I mean, they come to the show. It's like, hey, Gamestitch.
Yeah, no, those aren't related to the show. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing this. I'm not having this discussion with you.
Listen, I got one yesterday.
I know you have a little bit of common sense. I'm not doing this.
I got one yesterday wanting to know if the show wanted a 40% larger penis.
Well, the answer is always yes. Start there.
I was like, what do you need besides my credit card and social? Because I'm on board. I'm on board for this.
The answer is always yes.
If this is your, let's grow leaders. So Gerald's got. Look at this. 6 reasons your staff keeps you in the dark. See, there's reasons for it.
That's not the staff. You need 6 reasons the boss keeps you in the dark.
No, we're all equal here. Staff's fine. Scroll down. Let's see what the reasons
are.
Well,
obviously not. That's obviously not true. Because you're not sharing emails.
We're in a rush to fix it.
Freak out. Use it against them. Actually, but we're using the fact that you didn't share it against us. So this is a stupid article.
Yeah, I don't like this article either. Who is this? Shout out to whoever this is. I don't like your article.
Let's grow leaders.
Gerald said no shout out. It's aggressive. He pulled the shout out back quick.
No.
Shout out ban. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our lives. Welcome to our audio. You can't see us. We can see you though. That's what makes it weird. In your car right now driving. You got the window's not down, but it's cracked. Like you might be smoking, but you're not smoking. You just like a little breeze. You like a little fresh air. Car smells like ass if you keep the windows up. I can see you from here. Look at that eye in the trench coat. You trust that?
No.
Trench coats keep coming up on this show. It's a recurring theme.
Trench coats do?
Yeah, because remember we talked about trench coats just recently.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good trench coat, though.
Yeah, there's everything wrong with it. You have to be naked underneath it, or you have to be a detective. That's the only 2 reasons you can have a trench coat on. Or you have to be a naked detective.
That's what I'm going for.
You check both boxes. Man, did we just come up with a show, The Naked Detective?
The Naked Detective. It's got to be spelled Nekkid, though. Because
naked?
Naked.
Naked is one of those words that people say different, but nobody ever calls anybody out.
Right. They all know what it means. It's naked is like the one word that's universal. It's like laughing. People know, regardless of language barriers, geography.
Naked.
Everybody knows what naked is.
Get naked.
Or naked.
Naked. Naked. Get naked. Pudding is also a word that people sometimes will just go pudding.
Pudding.
But nobody's like, it's pudding, because you don't care it's pudding. Who cares? Pudding. Give me some.
Give me some pudding.
Chocolate, please.
I actually say pudding.
I say pudding as well, because I'm not a psychopath, but some people just say pudding.
Some people do just say pudding.
Yeah. What is this? This is PG NC-17.
Is that Rick Astley? Oh, Chris Conley. Look at that.
Chris Conley. Who's naked. Yeah, Methods of Mayhem. Shout out to them. This guy's got a fleshlight, I believe.
No, that's Tommy Lee with a giant cucumber, I think.
What would he be doing with that cucumber?
Yes.
Making a salad in the bedroom.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Is Tommy Lee in Is he Methods of Mayhem? Is that Fred Durst?
Yeah.
What is this super group that I don't know anything about? Man, rest in peace, Fred Durst.
He's not dead.
His career is,
but his career is.
Yeah, it seems right. Now, we played some video games. We should circle back.
Okay, let's do that.
We both played a new game, Luigi's Mansion 3.
We did. We both picked it up. I think you're farther along than I am.
Yeah, not much. I think we're both just a few to a couple hours in.
Yeah.
And it's more Luigi's Mansion. It does remind me of the first game more than Dark Moon. The pacing seems to be a little better, of course, early in, so who knows. I'm into it.
I like it, too. It's whimsical.
It's got a good vibe to it.
And I'm not going to lie, but every time Luigi talks, man, he makes me laugh out loud.
They do like the
wah!
Yeah. Yeah, for those who've never played, they do like the Sims mumble. Except for
it makes
Mario!
Me laugh. Yes, he says Mario.
Mario!
Mario! Oh.
He'll open the door and be like, Mario? You have that happening yet? Where he opens the door and he's like, Mario? I'm like, you can see the whole room. You know he's not in here.
He makes me laugh. Makes me, every time he talks.
Luigi's a good-ass character.
Yeah, Luigi is a good character.
Because Mario is so great at everything, and Luigi's such a little bitch. He's a great character. I don't love him like Toad style, but I love Luigi.
Yeah, I do like Luigi. Luigi's probably one of my favorite characters in the Mario-verse.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good in this game, too, because he's so scared.
But he pushes forward, man. He fights it.
Yeah.
He's got to save his friends.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Saving his friends. You're ruining everything today.
It's right on the back of the box, you idiot.
Is it? I didn't read. I don't read the back of boxes.
Yes.
There's the Switch case. I like the size and the style, but there's something like inadequate when you open a Switch case.
Because all it's got, it's way too big. I do like it. I know what you're saying. Aesthetically, it's pleasing, but it is way, because you open it up, it's got this little rinky-dink fucking...
It's got an SD card inside.
SD card size thing in it, and you're like, huh.
You got that Luigi's Mansion Switch Lite. I don't think that's real.
I don't either,
but I do like everything but the 3 on it. That 3's got to go. Yeah, it is real. There's like a bunch of pictures of it. Oh, fans. It's got Luigi on the background.
It does have Luigi on the background.
How do you feel about people modding consoles? You into that?
I think it's cool that people want to do that with their time. I don't think it's necessary, and I don't want to do it.
Right.
Because if I wanted to mod a console, I would just buy a desktop and make all the changes that need to be made to it. I don't want to do that. I want to plug
I'm just talking about like cosmetically.
Oh.
Like this Luigi Special Edition. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I do like that. I think modding, I think, is the software. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I saw where you went, but what I mean is, what do you think about the people who just make it look personal?
Yeah, I do like that. I'm not that creative. I couldn't do it. I'd be afraid I'd break something or mess something up.
I think that's the thing. You have to have like enough money to go buy one for that purpose.
That you might mess up, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to not have a Switch because I thought it looked better in, purple.
Right. And then it turns out, this paint got inside and scrambled the inside, so now my Switch doesn't work, but it's a sweet purple color.
Look at that. Dreamcast, like top search item there. The first 2 are Dreamcast.
The orange and silver one?
And that doo-doo brown one next to it.
Oh, it's a Half-Life console.
It looks cool as hell.
It does look cool. But yeah, I'm into it. If you're able to do it, that's cool. Like, I'm even to the point, I wouldn't even put like the stickers on.
You would?
No.
Oh,
because I'm like, man, I'll probably fuck that up, and then it'll look stupid.
Hey, what is this sports drink? This Mario tube that the Joy-Cons are stuck to.
Oh, that must be. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know what
Somebody
that
must
is.
have built. Oh, it's just where it's like your how you connect them to hold it like a controller.
Is it snacks in there? Oh, it's a lanyard. It looked like snacks. I was like, who's so fucking fat that they can't just hold up?
You could probably.
Oh, look at that. It's a drink holder. Switch adapter.
That would not work for me.
Do you? Because you move when you play?
Yes.
Do you? Are you all over the place?
I'm not all over the place, but I do move my controllers to get resettle, readjust them, and if I had a drink in there, it would probably spill.
Yeah, anyways, we like Luigi's Mansion.
We do like Luigi's Mansion.
Now, what you just said reminded me of a comment that we were playing Rocket League last night. You, me, and friend of the show, Marshall205.
Uh-huh.
And he made a comment, and this is how you know video games are silly and way too serious at the same time. Because he said, I can't sit like this. I thought I could, but I have to get in a better spot. And nobody said anything.
No.
Because everybody's like, I get that.
We completely understood, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And then he said, now I'm good. He probably moved less than a foot from where he was.
Probably.
But there's nights where I'm like, my chair's in the wrong spot. Like,
yeah.
There's something like everything has to be the same as it always is, or I will blame that.
Yeah, there's nights where I have to move my chair back or forward because it changes with my night too.
Yeah, I've heard you be like, I can't get comfortable.
Yes, you have. And I stand by that.
I don't think any of it actually has to do with the game. I think everything has to do with, like, we probably shouldn't be playing that night, or we're not, whatever it is. But everybody's always like, I have to, like, me with my headset.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, the chat's not loud enough. The game's too loud. Like, I have a volume that must be replicated every time I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
There are nights where I just can't get comfortable, and yeah, you're right. It's probably an indication that you're probably not supposed to be on.
Right.
But I'm like, no, I'm going to power through this, and then I'm like, so now I'm like tucking a leg up and putting both my legs down. I'm like, nothing's working.
Stupid. Everything's stupid. Throw this chair away in the morning.
So yeah, I do know the feeling. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's completely and utterly true, and it's probably all bullshit. And it doesn't matter because it's not to me or to you.
I'm thinking about getting a gaming chair.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I play in like an outdoor patio chair that's just in my living room for that purpose, and my living room is like has a color scheme that is not this chair.
Yeah,
this chair is black with it's bright ass purple.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And it's just in the corner, and I bring it out every night when I play, but it doesn't fold up. It's like a regular, just like a patio chair.
Like an office? Out. So this one's going to be like an office chair?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get like an actual like traditional gaming chair like that. Yeah.
Is it going to have a footrest?
I don't know that they come with footrest, but look at that one.
There's one with a footrest.
My legs would be asleep if I sat like that. Who sits like that?
See, because I have a lazy boy recliner in my room.
Oh, I'd be asleep if I got in that baby.
But what's nice is I can literally, I will, like when I'm playing a game sometimes, not Rocket League, I can't do it with Rocket League. Rocket League, I got to be set up. But if I'm playing a game, I can just like lean back in it, and I will actually like put my arms like over my head behind the chair and stretch all the way out and
sounds
play.
Terrible. I don't want that one with a dish like that on the bottom because I'll flip that baby over.
Oh, yeah. No, you want the actual...
Did you see that most of those Rolly ones have like flip out leg supports?
I did, but they're in a bad place where they're going to make your feet fall asleep from the calf down.
Yeah. Look, that blue one's that's rad.
Hey, does that fit your color scheme?
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I'm not playing. I guess I'm going to put it in the same corner. Look at that bowl one. That second picture up top. You could just get in that thing. Third picture. You could just get in that and go to sleep. Oof. It's like a little sleep chamber. The globe chair.
You teach you one of them big bean bags.
Those sex bags?
They're not sex bags. They're a giant bean bag. They're not a sex bag.
Those love pillows, I got you. Look at it. That's a sex bag. Look at the way they're on it.
It's not a sex bag. It's a giant beanbag chair.
It's a chill sack, according. Look, people. If you're making something, don't call it a sack. Chill sack.
Comes in all the different colors. You can find your color scheme there.
You think people don't fuck on that thing?
That doesn't. Okay, people fuck on a lot of things. That doesn't make them.
It's called a chill sack. That's designed for sex.
Oh my good lord! Look at that.
That's fancy. That's bespoke.
That is fancy. How much is that thing?
That's super nice. I bet that's crazy.
$600
for a chair.
For an office chair.
Look at that throne.
Yeah, get you a throne.
Man, if you played in that, you'd be a straight up psychopath. If someone walked in and you were in a throne gaming. I know you guys can't see. It's a full blown throne.
Holy shit!
It's like $1,400. My lord.
So what else did you play this week?
Just some Rocket League. I like that. Look at that.
We'll
move on after that. It's like a chamber that you play in. Rocket League, Farm Together, and Luigi's Mansion. Still playing Golf Blitz. Just the normal. Luigi's Mansion was really the new thing I introduced.
Yeah. Luigi's Mansion I played some this week as well, as I already stated. Really like it. And but most of my week was spent on the Outer Worlds. Man,
Outer Worlds. Yep.
I fucking love that game. Yesterday, I got to play it for 6 hours.
How? Are you feel like you're progressing? Somebody's phone's going off. You hear that?
It is.
Is that your phone?
It was not my phone.
It's producer Gerald. So you guys just think we're crazy because you can't hear him.
Yeah.
Man, guy takes 3 weeks off. It just keeps the phone on when he comes back.
Forgets all the rules.
Do you feel like you're progressing? Are you? I know you're progressing, but do you feel like you're moving towards the end point?
I actually, believe it or not really, because I haven't really done much of the main quest.
Just focusing on side quests.
I've been doing most of the side quests because they're super interesting to me. And I don't know if it's just me, but they all the side quests seem to actually play into either the characters or the theme of the game somehow, which is really interesting to me. So I've mostly been, anytime I have side quests, I wipe those out on whatever planet I'm on before I move on to the main. And then my companion quests as well. I've been doing the same thing. I finally completed all of those. I got that trophy. I really, really like this game. I haven't been this invested in a game in a very long time.
Is this a game you would try to platinum?
I don't think so because it's got to play on different difficulties, and I don't do that.
Gotcha.
I might move up to normal. I might play it on normal instead of playing it on baby mode next time I played it. But I don't want to play on supernova, super hard, whatever it is. And so probably not. That's the biggest reason I haven't platinumed some of my favorite games of all time. The whole Mass Effect trilogy is complete on hard difficulty, complete on super hard, and I don't do that. I don't have a desire to do that. That's not fun for me. So, I would like to platinum it, but I know I won't play that way.
Yeah, I don't like difficulty trophies, and I don't like online trophies.
I don't like either of those either.
Yeah, your game should always be able to attain the platinum. So even if the server shuts down or something like that, and I don't like difficulties because I think people play the game on too hard of a difficulty to try to get trophies.
Yeah, right. I don't think trophies should be dependent on you changing a play style.
Yeah.
They should be all inclusive for all play styles. Whether you want to play on baby mode or you want to play on, if you want to play on super hard mode, great. But platinum in a game shouldn't be dependent on one or the other. You should be able to just play the game you want and go for it.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay. That's it for the games, right?
Yeah, that's all I played. I didn't play much Rocket League this week, but.
So we're going to the news, but I want to preface the news by saying all the stories pretty much sucked.
Okay.
So what I did was I pulled some stuff that I thought we could have some conversation around, maybe the broader idea of what the story is.
Mm-hmm.
So the first story is that there are more shakeups at Sony, at PlayStation, at Sony Interactive Entertainment, I should say. Guerrilla Games co-founder will be the new head of PlayStation's worldwide studio. Herman Holst, who has been the managing director and co-founder at Guerrilla Games, will be the new studio head, or head of worldwide studios. This change comes as part of Sony's Interactive Entertainment's restructuring. With that, current president Shuhei Yoshida will be leaving his current role, and he'll now head up a new initiative nurturing third-party independent studios. So it looks like they haven't. It looks like this is all tied to everybody leaving, Sean Layden and Gio Corsi and all those people departing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like they're exactly filling the roles that were there. It looks like they're introducing some new stuff and moving some people around. As you know, it seems that Jim Ryan is now kind of at the head of things.
Yep.
Formerly of PlayStation Europe. It's kind of neat to see them pulling from other places. Not just Japan, I should say.
Yeah.
And not just the U.S. and pulling to some of these other places. I've seen Herman. Go ahead.
I think it's important. I think one thing that we have seen is a lot of the places they're pulling from is from places that have, over the past few years, had extremely successful relationships with Sony. So it's almost like Sony is recognizing, look, these places are part of why we're successful. With all these shakeups, let's see if we can bring those in to continue that trend.
I've seen Herman Holst in a lot of interviews, and I really like him. So,
yeah, he's a good dude.
I am interested to see who Sony puts on stage at like an E3 event. Like,
oh, they don't go to E3 anymore.
Shuhei is all but disappeared.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's at. I don't know that Herman Holst is the guy that goes on stage. I don't know that that's right. Jim Ryan seems to make a lot of comments that maybe Sony isn't ready to make. I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know. So,
well, they got some time to figure it out.
Yeah. The next story is one I thought we could have some conversation around, because Sony also has come out and made a statement that they want people to transition from the PS4 to the PS5 much faster than they did to the PS3 to PS4. And I'm wondering if you think the success of the PlayStation 4 will actually hinder the PlayStation 5.
I don't think so. I think that's part of why Sony has implemented the strategy. Is so much of the PlayStation 4's success is based off of the slow burn over time. It's continued to be, the top selling console for 7 years, 8 years? When did it come out? 2013?
Yeah, I think the Switch has taken over some of that as of late, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, and it's been a slow burn. It's continued to track. It's continued to be successful. They've continued to make good decisions and build. Part of me thinks that this is now, they know that they're going to be coming in around the same time as Microsoft, and they're trying to beat that horse now into the ground. I don't know that that's the right strategy. I guess I understand that from a business perspective. They're on the ropes. Let's take them down. I just don't think that's something that is actually feasible.
I just think it's way easier for Microsoft to move forward with, speculation that they're around 40 to 45 million units. Mm-hmm. And, PlayStation 5 is the second best best-selling home console ever.
Right.
Only behind the PlayStation 2, which it probably will never catch. But I'm just wondering, so when the PS3 was getting a little long in the tooth, I wanted the PS4.
Yes. You don't feel like you're ready. You don't feel like you need a PS5 yet.
I could just keep playing the PS4.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's really good. I think that there's still more in it.
I agree with that.
PS5's great. I just wonder with such a large install base,
is it necessary?
how many people are going to feel the need to jump right on? You see that with things like where you can't move on to the next thing because it's still so, Grand Theft Auto with Red Dead. Like Rockstar was really concerned with people playing Red Dead because people wouldn't stop playing Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
So, it's one of those situations where I wonder if Sony is almost a victim of its own success when it comes to the PS5.
Yeah, it's almost like Sony could... I know it's not something that could feasibly happen, but it'd be smart in my mind to think about maybe putting some of that money instead of the development of a new console to see what changes you can make to the existing console to almost make that the PS5, or put that money into the experience that you can have on the system that already exists. I'm sure me saying it is just a trillion times easier than actually doing it. But I think that would be a really cool achievement if they could pull that off, is just use what they've learned and technology they have and they've developed to almost implement that into the PS4 through some sort of update or something.
But then they have the FOMO of missing out on
I get that. I do get
a new console launch. Oh, Microsoft's got a new thing and we don't have a new thing. They must be better than us.
Yeah. I get that too. But it's in a good place. I just don't know what, they're saying that they want to get people to take over or get interested in the PS5 faster. I don't know that that's even a thing that's necessary though.
Yeah, he says Jim Ryan says they want to scale at a pace that they've never been able to accomplish. They've never delivered before. A scale and a pace that they've never accomplished before. I just think that,
go ahead.
That's easier to do if you didn't do so amazing.
Right, and that's the problem. Another problem I have, or a concern, I should say, is, if they want to get, they're saying, they want people to get into this new console quicker than ever before. They're pushing for it. My concern is that one of the ways you're going to push for that is shut down servers on the PS4, stop supporting the PS4, and almost force people into the PS5 in order to meet those expectations, instead of just letting the gradual build like they did with the PS4. I don't know what... I obviously don't sit in their boardrooms. I'm not a fly on the wall. I'm not there. I'm not even part of the board. But I'm wondering, what exactly are there ideas for doing this? Especially considering it's not really necessary at this point, by all accounts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're going to have to find a way to force people to do that. Well, the way to do that is the easiest way to do that is to take away things from what they already have.
Yeah, I mean, I think what he's saying is we've got to find a way to do that. And I think it'll be interesting to see. I think Microsoft will have a much easier path to the front of the line than Sony will. Yeah, but I mean, even if you do trade in, that doesn't benefit Sony. Then GameStop will have excess of them, which means they'll be selling even more. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's a weird situation to be in. They're a product of their own success, and
it's a weird statement to make considering their history.
Yeah, so we'll see. Next story, a little backstory on this. Jarvis, FaZe Jarvis, for those that are unfamiliar or familiar. He's a kid. He streams Fortnite. He's very popular.
He's 17 years old.
Very popular. He used an aimbot in one of his videos posted to YouTube. Aimbot, for those who don't know, is basically a way to cheat. He's cheating in Fortnite. He did it as a video, right? That was the whole idea behind it.
He did it as a demonstration.
Right. So it wasn't to... I mean, the guy's good. It wasn't to win. He did it to show off. Yes. He thought it would be funny. Epic laid down a lifetime ban on Jarvis. Mm-hmm. And this is... Again, this is part of a bigger thought because there's people who are coming out now in defense of him, in support of Epic. I mean, it's going both ways.
Right.
He posted a really, what I think is a pretty sincere video. Mm-hmm. An apology or I don't know if it's an apology. I mean, he's explaining what happened. Sort of an apology. But I mean, you can see him kind of going through the emotions in the video itself. But Ninja's kind of has spoken out, and I'll give you just a little bit of context to what Ninja said, and then I kind of want to talk about your thoughts. Ninja said Jarvis is a stupid kid making a stupid decision but the permanent ban is just silly. There's a difference between a content creator who has millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of followers, who gets banned from literally what makes them money, and some kid who is just a piece of shit, who has absolutely zero following, who has zero money that comes from gaming and hacks. You ban a kid that has had nothing happen to him. Nothing. So he's never been in trouble for anything. He's never had a ban, no warnings, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninja's response is he goes on, but he says there should be a different set of rules for content creators, and there should also be a different set of rules for kids versus adults when it comes to bans.
Well, first of all, Ninja, how's it feel looking down on all us peasants from up there on your pedestal? That's not how rules work across the board. Cheating is cheating. If you choose to make money, if you're making money off of something and you cheat or break the law, there's a consequence. It's not just because, oh, well, I make money from that, so that doesn't apply to me. I have real issue with Ninja saying this. Because, if you make money off this, the rules should be different. No, fuck you. It's not how rules work.
I don't believe the rules should be different because you make money. I do think that there should be a process, though, because there are lots of... there was a guy, I guess, who cheated during an actual tournament who only received like a month, 2 month ban. The punishment maybe seems a little severe based off of what they've done in the past. I would like to see something a little more maybe defined. Here's what happens if you do this. Here's what happens if you do that. Here's what happens the first time, the second time. If that's a lifetime ban, then just put it somewhere so people know.
I agree with that. It needs to be stated.
Yeah, ignorance is not a good excuse for breaking the rules. He says in his video he never even thought about it. Like, he knows that you're not supposed to use those. He never thought about being banned when he used it for the video. It was just content.
Epic has stated that they ban cheaters, to be fair.
Yeah.
He knew there would be some sort of consequence. The consequence was probably a little more than he anticipated. Even though, and
giant ass house. Look at that.
Yeah, and the thing is he got on here with an aimbot and said, "Don't do this. You'll get in trouble for doing this." But look at this. Are you kidding me? That's like posting a video of how to rob somebody's house.
Yeah, I think Epic's stance is not just that he cheated; it's that he showed other people
how to cheat.
And he has a large following, so when someone with a large voice is telling people to do something you don't want them to do, I mean, Epic has doubled down. Epic has come out and said, we ban cheaters, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
We don't have a different set of rules for people who are popular.
And the thing is, you sit here and you talk about content creators, and, they make there's a ton of content that they can make. No one said they can't make content. There's plenty of other games that he can make content on. Granted, Fortnite is probably the one that everyone really wants to watch. In which case, why even take a chance to mess that up?
Could he not just? What's a lifetime ban even mean? Could he not just play under a different name?
I don't know how many of that works. I don't know.
I mean, they can't ban you so much. I mean, I don't know how that works either. But it seems like you could just get a different credit card and a different Epic account and be playing like tomorrow.
But I used to like Ninja. I used to think he was okay. I used to think he, was like one of the few grounded content creators out there. But man, this whole situation and all his statements, I want to punch him in the face.
I like Ninja. I do think that I certainly have a problem with. So we provide content. We're content creators. We've been doing it for years. Our following is nothing in comparison to even a mediocre streamer.
Right.
But to say that our content is less important because of the following, I strongly disagree with. Because I think there's a lot of people who are brilliant that don't have a following. I watch people on YouTube. I watch videos that have 100 views, and I think they're great.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think it's less important than somebody with 10 million views. I could see if you're somebody with 10 million views how you could think that, though.
Well, yeah, but that's no.
Yeah, it's not what I would do, but I guess I don't like his comments, but I think really what he's trying to do is say, look, the kid fucked up. He didn't need to be banned for life. But if I'm Epic, I also don't give two shits what Ninja thinks.
Right.
So, I mean, there's that too. He's allowed to have his opinion, but we're also allowed to keep him banned.
Right.
I don't know.
I agree that a lifetime is probably a little...
Seems a lot.
It does seem a lot, but not only did he cheat, but he showed others how to cheat. I mean...
It seems severe. But I don't know. I don't know what Fortnite's thoughts on anything. I don't know what Epic was thinking or why they did it. I'm sure it wasn't as simple as they said, boom, lifetime ban. I'm sure some people talked about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Here's this comment. I'm going to take accountability for my actions. Well,
here's the part I don't like. I just wish I had known how severe the consequences were at the time, and I would never have thought about doing it. You showed people how to cheat.
Yeah, and let's take that out of, and I know it's video games, so it's not that severe, but let's put that into driving drunk.
Right.
Or whatever have you. Like,
right.
Ignorance is not a good excuse.
Right. If I'd have known I was going to run over that lady, I probably
people would have done shit different.
I wouldn't have even thought about doing it.
A lot of people would have done shit differently had they known how it would work out.
Right. Exactly.
I do think a lifetime ban is too serious, though.
I think it's a little serious. I think
you shouldn't cheat.
There you go. There's the kicker.
Yeah. But the idea that there's a difference between a kid that cheats for content versus a piece of shit, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, the reason you cheat, I think, is kind of irrelevant.
Right. The fact that you cheated.
But I do disagree with the penalty here. Not because it's him or because he's famous. If you got on here and was like, I was banned for life one time because I was trying to make a video for 4 people, I'd be like, that seems a little harsh.
Right.
I don't care that he put a video out crying. That doesn't,
Right. And the thing is this might be Epic trying to say, basically draw their line in the sand and go, look, if you're making money in some way off of what we do by playing Fortnite or whatever, then your penalties are going to be incredibly severe if you mess that up, which I don't think that's right either.
Yeah.
Whether you're... The rules should be stated across the board. Whether you're me sitting here using an aimbot to play, or whether you're a content creator, those rules work across the board. They should in the real world, and that's my real issue. Is that all of a sudden, for whatever reason, Ninja has decided to turn gamers and content creators into different classes. Like one's more important than the other.
Yeah. The problem is that Ninja can't just exist in Fortnite without everybody needing to comment.
Right.
He probably, again, I don't know Ninja. He probably got tired of being asked, so he just made a comment. Probably didn't think about the comment as much as maybe.
That's my only problem with what he has to say is the way he words it. And whether he meant to or not, I don't know, because he doubles down on it a few different times in his statements.
There you go. Epic banned 1,200 World Cup cheaters. Fortnite World Cup cheaters or players for cheating. They're not fucking around. They're trying to keep it pure. Go back and play old Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep it alive and relevant, and some people cheat to win, so not everyone cheats for a goof, Yeah,
the thing is, if you let's say you're in a race and you come in last place, if you got caught cheating, you still get banned. You still get consequences.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to do with winning or losing or trying to better something. It's the fact that it's cheating. And I don't know why, even at 17, why you think it would be, especially when you know that your livelihood depends on it. There's things I'll do in real life that I don't do at work because it will specifically affect the money I'm making.
Right. Yeah, you gotta treat your business. Yeah, you've got to treat your professional care, your professionalism, your professional life with care. If you're lucky enough to make a living off of playing video games, and you can say it is hard work, everything's hard work, shut the fuck up. It takes some luck.
But if you're
lucky enough to be able to do that, you should treat it with care. And you should think about everything.
Yeah, people can say, well, he's only 17. Okay, he might only be 17, but he's an entrepreneur who makes $2.1 million a year.
Right. Grow up.
Does that exempt him from the rules? Because he's a business owner under 18?
Epic said nay.
Right.
Ban hammer. Banned.
There's plenty other... there's plenty of other games he can play. If you're following somebody, I'm assuming you're following the person, not necessarily always what they do.
I don't know. I think a lot of people follow because of what people do, but
what he plays.
I do think this will get lifted. I think that they're proving a point right now, but I do think they'll let him back in. It'll be a big feel-good story when they finally do. So, We'll see. Let's move on. This next story is interesting just because of the state of where gaming has gone. Activision announced that it made $700 million last quarter from microtransactions, which is actually down $323 million for the same quarter last year. And then Take-Two came out and announced that they made $300 million off of microtransactions in just Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Online last quarter.
Right.
Those numbers are bananas.
Listen, we can sit here and talk about how nobody likes microtransactions and they're bad for the state of gaming, and they are through the fucking roof.
I would argue we can't say people don't like them because
yeah, exactly.
You fuckers sure aren't voting with your wallet.
Nope. And that's the only way they're going away. We've said that before.
Yeah, as someone who partakes in microtransactions, I don't hate them.
I don't hate them either. But I don't have that addictive gambling personality either. Yeah. So I don't have to go in and buy everything just to see. I don't have the desire to, pay to win, which most don't do that anymore. But they were really bad at one point.
Yeah, very, very few are pay to win at this point. But for everyone who's like, I hope those go away next gen.
Not happening.
Buckle up.
Probably not happening. No.
Two publishers pulled in $1 billion last quarter.
Yep. Which is that's a big number.
It's a large number. It's a large number.
It's a big number.
This next one's kind of on here just because I thought it was neat. Rocket League has a music pack in Beat Saber, and Beat Saber's got some accessories in Rocket League, both a topper and a boost trail. And it's a neat crossover because the music from Rocket League, they already have the Monster Cat. They already have like some of those songs in Beat Saber. But they brought some of the most iconic. It's a lot of the menu music and stuff that always plays. So there's some stuff that you'll definitely know as part of the Rocket League pack over there. And of course, the Rocket League topper and boost trail are pretty cool too. It's a fun crossover. I miss crossovers.
You miss crossovers?
I like when games are like, hey, we're putting this person in here, or we're doing this, or we're adding that to that. Unless it's Terminator. Fuck Terminator being everywhere. But
Terminator's
I like
in what?
those.
They're in Mortal Kombat 11. That's it.
No, it's 15 games. It's in fucking Gears.
Terminator's in Gears?
Yeah. There's fucking 9 million games right now Terminator's in. It's too much. But I like fun crossovers. Like fun crossovers. So check that out if you care about either one of those. Nintendo surprise launched a game called The Stretchers. It's from Little Nightmares developer Tarsier. And it's kind of like brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and Crazy Taxis fucked and had a baby.
Yeah.
And it's Stretchers.
And I don't really care. Couldn't they have made love and had a baby?
No, they fucked. You ever seen Crazy Taxi? Crazy Taxi don't make love to nobody. Crazy Taxi exclusively fucks. I'm not on. This isn't on here because I really care about the game. It's on here because I thought it was. I thought it was interesting that they stealth launched a game. There was no build up. There was no announcement. They tweeted out, "Surprise, surprise! This game is on the store."
Here it is.
They did it as a surprise. It wasn't like we don't care about it.
It was planned as a surprise.
Nintendo published it.
Yeah.
So obviously they're okay with it. They're in it. I just thought it was interesting, and I wonder is this a legitimate strategy anymore in 2019, 2020? Is it okay to launch your game without a build up?
So are you saying are people going to play a game if it doesn't have the hype?
Yeah. Have you seen this?
I have. I kind of want it.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
I want to wait for it to go on sale though. Oh, I did. I forgot to mention earlier. I downloaded for 39 cents. I picked up Car Trader.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but
39 cents. So for those that don't know, it's like Crazy Taxi in that you're driving to your patients. And it's like Brothers in that you can tell it's kind of built for co-op because it looks like one of you controls one end of the stretcher and the other controls the other.
Yep.
Which is chaos. There's cutting a tree down right there with a giant saw. The game just looks silly, but I guess the bigger question was, can you develop a game, go through all the trouble, and then just put it out hoping that the idea that it's available right now is a thing? Because you've seen less and less of that.
Right.
There are plenty of games that don't get press, and that's because they're too small or whatever. But this is a game that's published by Nintendo. They could have hyped it up all they wanted, but instead they decided to do this. Surprise!
Yeah, I think it's a good strategy, but I think Nintendo kind of missed the mark because I pay attention to the news every day. I'm constantly looking at different types of news, movies, TVs, US. I have an app set up for it. And I hadn't heard this story until you sent it to me on Friday.
So I saw it as a retweet on Twitter.
Right.
I didn't see the story anywhere.
So I think the only way this works is if once that game comes out, that's when you hype it. You can't just stealth release and not say anything.
Yeah, you can't Concrete Genie where you just send it out to die, Sony.
Right.
But of course, they hype that game up beforehand, then send it out to die. I do think that you have to. So Death Stranding has apparently got some sort of crazy marketing budget because that thing is everywhere.
Yep.
But I think these games get announced too early. I don't know if this is the right answer either. I love that this happened. The game looks super whimsical and fun, but I think it's going to hurt the game.
But the thing is they haven't done any marketing for it once they did release it. Essentially, they released it stealth and then they left it stealth. Once you release it with no build-up, you got to hit it hard when it is released. How are people going to find this? How are they going to know about it? They're basically relying on people just stumbling upon it in the store.
Yeah, I would have rather seen them wait till a Nintendo Direct happened, like the next Nindy showcase, and be like, by the way, this is available right now.
Right now. Yep.
Or, wait to a bigger platform. But I don't know. I just wondered if this is a thing you can even do in 2020, or are you just sending a game out to die when you don't build it up? But then stuff gets built up too early. There's so many games, everything's forgettable. I don't know. It's a tough time to release a game.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
There are more people playing than ever, but there are more games coming out than ever.
Yep.
We have there are too many games that come out every single day.
Mm-hmm.
There is a excess of games, and a lot of which that are probably good that'll never get played just because there are so many.
Right.
So I picked up Final Fantasy X or X2. I think that's 10-2. I don't know. The PS4 remake. I picked that thing up for $5, knowing that I'll never get my $5 out of that.
Right. Why'd you get it?
Because it was $5. I'm just weak to a good deal. It's just weak to it. Brand new, sealed.
Yeah, you're weak, all right.
Final Fantasy. I don't even like Final Fantasy.
I know. I'm not a big fan either.
$5 though. $5 is $5. That's what I've always said. You want to buy it, Gerald? Gerald says it's the only one he likes. Damn, he already got it.
He already
moved too slow. You overpaid at $7.99 because I scooped her up for $5. Should have waited. I could have cut you. I could have done $6.99 and we could have both been happy. So yeah, I don't know. I need to get back into the Ring Fit Adventure, but I'd rather play Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm. I'm just all into Outer Worlds right now. That's taken up all my gaming time pretty much. I did play some Rocket League last night, but I haven't played all week. But what's been nice this week is I've been able to play after I get home from work for a few hours. So I haven't had to stay up as late.
Let me tell you how bad the quest for the platinum is right now in Farm Together.
Sure.
I've invested too much time, it feels like, to not platinum this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's where I'm at now. I don't agree with this trophy, but I've invested too much time to not platinum it.
Okay.
Right now, in my living room, the PS4's on, TV's off, Farm Together is on. There's a book setting on top of a box so that the corner of the book is pressing the X button down so that it's selling fish in real time while we do the show right now.
Okay.
That's how bad the quest for the platinum has become, because it's not an effort thing. It's just a time thing now. You just have to be on in order for me to get this platinum now. They're forcing me to play the game.
It piss you off a little bit?
What I have become pisses me off. The trophy is stupid, but what it's turned me into is even worse.
Fair enough.
Because it didn't just work, right? I didn't just set a book on there. It worked. I had to find the right angle, the right spot to put it in.
Yeah.
The whole 10 minutes before we started recording, I was in there trying to... I don't even know if it's working. I don't even know what I'm going to go out to. But I hope that it worked this whole time. It's stupid. So
lucky you.
Yeah. Shout out to Farm Together for being a real asshole. Just don't patch that trophy. That's all you needed to do. Just don't patch it. Put it back. I'd already have the platinum. But no. You need me to play for 2,000 hours to get it.
That doesn't even sound fun.
That's the thing. It'd be different if there was stuff to do. I have everything. I've purchased everything in the game.
Right.
There's still stuff I could unlock if I would lay more animals down and harvest them and things like that or whatever.
At this point, you're just chasing that platinum, though. You're not worried about the rest of that.
The farm's wrecked. I've set it up to grind now. It's like a grinding farm. I have 8,000 clownfish because that's where you get the most money and diamonds from. And then I've got this other fish because I need to level up also. I'm about to hit a level 100. I have purchased everything you can buy in the game. I've unlocked everything you can buy except for the stuff where you have to plant so many of stuff and stuff I don't care about. There's no real purpose anymore. I get on. I like the challenges that they do, but I mostly just get on because it has to be on for me to keep heading towards the platinum.
Right.
It won't do it off. It has to be on, so it's stupid. It's going to be my most played game, and that's not fair. It's not fair at all. Because a lot of it was just bedtime.
Since it was just on, you didn't actually play it.
You
put a book on the fucking cheater.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get banned for life.
Fuck, do me a favor, Farm Together. Put me out of my fucking misery. Just ban me so I can never get it.
I'm cool with that.
It's not cheating, though, because it's my book, So it's not.
You're not using the computer book?
It's not somebody else's book. Also, I play that game by myself, so it's all
so much for so it's just called Farm now. Just change the name to Farm.
Just Farm, yep.
Farm Solo.
Just Farm Alone is what I call it. Just a picture of a sad farmer for the icon. I think that's going to do it for the news. Let's head over to shout-outs. Remember, if you want to shout out, head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and support us at the $10 tier or higher, and you get a shout-out each and every week, no matter what. Now, Thomas and I have been sending fun TikToks back and forth to each other all week. So Thomas's shout-out's going to be for TikTok because as gross as a place as TikTok is, it's also pretty funny. He sent me some pretty good stuff.
I have TikTok now. I don't use it much.
Yeah, you got to get on Thomas's mailing list. He sends out some pretty good ones.
I don't know how to find anybody on it.
Yeah, well, I don't either. He just texts them to me, and I open them up. That's what Howard Marshall 205 does.
So how do you? Are you able to save them?
There's a text button when you're on one, and you can just hit the text button and put whoever's name in and send it straight to him.
Got it.
So I hit Thomas up at 7:30 a.m. with one.
Are they all video game related?
Most of the ones he sends me are.
Yeah.
Marshall 205 just sends any and everything that he thinks is funny. So, and I do the same to him. He sends Rocket League ones. He sends just funny ones. Yeah. Sometimes we go back and forth. So, shout out to TikTok from Thomas because I know they need the support. They're struggling over there at TikTok.
Yeah, they're having a rough life.
Yep. Rough of life. Which brings me to the next shout out from our friend Zach. I don't think Zach sent in anything.
He did not this week.
But Zach's shout out's going to be more of a public service announcement. You need to drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. Because I have a massive headache. And I think it's probably that.
Not enough water.
Yeah.
I don't have a headache. I'm good.
My headache was bad this morning. I don't think I get migraines. I'm not one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'd be fair for me to. A lot of people just get bad headaches. Like, I have a migraine. I'm like, I don't think you do.
It's not a migraine.
Yeah, because people that get migraines are
they're
in bad shape.
debilitating.
Yeah,
this is my understanding. I don't get them either.
Yeah.
But my understanding is they you basically curl up on the floor and weep in the fetal position.
What I have is a pretty gnarly headache, so it's different.
Yeah, some water and aspirins will take care of that.
Yeah. So drink
You'll be
water,
fine.
folks. Stay hydrated.
Suck
Zach
it up,
wants you.
Buttercup.
Yeah, Zach wants you to stay hydrated. Got to replenish those electrolytes.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to forget to do in the winter when you're not hot. You're not sweating.
You still have to drink even when it's cool out. Your body still needs water.
Yeah.
The H2O.
Yeah, you fucks drink water. Tom or Zach is aggressive. I don't know. It's a hard
Just
stance
today.
on.
It's not always
water.
a bad day. Just a bad day.
Happens. Woke up dehydrated, pissed off at the world.
Right, got a headache.
Yeah, it could be part of a bigger cold that I'm getting, but I feel fine. I think it's just
headaches aren't you. Well, I guess they are once your sinuses kick in. But
yeah.
usually you know that's coming. Yeah, it's probably dehydration.
Yeah.
Probably need some waters.
Yesterday was one of those days where, like, every time I turned around, it was something little.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got nothing accomplished all day yesterday.
Nah.
And nothing to really even show for it, because you're like, this was dumb and it took me 10 minutes, and this was dumb and it took me 30 minutes, and the next thing you know, day's over.
All right. Oh, let me tell you about the beauty of the way my life works. So Thursday was my last day at work. I'm starting a new job on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday I went in, for just a bit and did the exit interview. Cool. For those of you that don't know, I worked at an auto parts store. 2 hours later, the blower motor in my truck shits the bed, and it's 27 degrees outside. So guess who doesn't get an employee discount anymore?
That's a real bitch.
Yeah. So not only did I get to pay full price for a blower motor, but then I got to go and pick it up with the air just coming right through the grill into the cab because I didn't have any of the housings on because I needed to put the blower motor in. So I'm all bundled up with gloves and a winter hat and a scarf and winter jacket and boots, nice and toasty. And then to take it out and put it on, I got to pull it on my garage and get on a nice cold cement floor to access everything. So that was fun. So yeah, that's a pretty good indicator of how my world in general works.
You see that headache type he's got pulled up?
I do.
If the third one was just all red, that would be me.
Oh, your whole face hurts?
It's my whole head, yeah.
Oh, it's killing me. Ha, ha, ha.
That was a good one. Just flew in. Bet your arms are tired. That was as good as that one. People still tell that. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
It's still
Without
popular. Oh, man. I feel like those people look in those pictures.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. It hurts. It's been hurting the whole show. But
you said before we started you had a headache.
Yeah, I'm not a quitter,
All right, well, that's good.
Yeah. You can follow us on the social medias at @game_stitch. I'm at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. Gerald is at Hoffman Show. Gerald tweeted out during the show.
Yeah, a couple times.
So there's some new tweets to see.
Check them out.
If you guys tweet.
Give them a look-see.
You can check those out. I think he talked shit to Yellowwood earlier.
I think you did too.
So that guy's probably upset. Yellow. What's his name? Yellow Wolf.
Yellowwood.
Proper show.
Yellow.
Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf.
Yellow.
I don't know. I can't. Yella. YELLA.
Yellow Wolf.
Yella.
Shout out to Yellow Wolf. This has been episode 356. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you letting us in your ear holes. It's getting cold. You like to keep a muff on those, but let us slide in every now and then.
Yes.
Slide up. Take the muff off and let us slide up. And do you like a muff?
Do I like a muff?
Let the ears be cold, or a beanie?
Oh, I wear a hat.
Yeah.
A winter hat.
Like a beanie?
Sure.
I grew up calling those toboggans, which is a sled.
A toboggan is a sled.
But I call a beanie a toboggan. I think it's a regional thing.
And a beanie is a specific type of winter hat.
Here, it's just anything that's a toboggan.
Right.
which is a sled.
I understand.
Okay, I just want to make it as confusing as possible. Toboggan's a good word.
Toboggan is a good word.
Yeah.
But it is a type of sled.
Yeah.
It is not a type of hat.
I think it is, though. I think we've done this before on the show. I think if you put in toboggan, it does pull up the hats.
Well, that's not right.
I like a trapper hat. How do you feel about those?
I have one.
I like those. No, it only pulls up sleds.
Yep, it's all sleds. No hats.
It's like that peanut butter guts that happened earlier. It's just all cars. This is just all sleds.
Yep.
That's a shitty sled. Those ones with the fucking curved front looks like a candy cane.
Oh, those are old, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you type in toboggan hat and it brings up sleds.
It pulled us some hats this time, though.
Yeah, there we go.
Toboggan hats. Look at that. Oh, look at that fifth one. Yeah, look at that guy.
Yeah, you like that
one.
What
is this? Yeah, what is this? Would you wear that?
Nope.
No. Ooh, that's got a look about it.
I would not wear that.
That's silly. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.
We'll cast you later.
Don't.
Forgot about that.
I quit. Band broke up.